Does your child listen to loud, heavy rock music? He might be a neo-Nazi. Wait, what year? 2017? Okay. Just had to make sure. Calgary Police Service posted this list of signs of a child being part of a hate group. If your child is involved in a hate group, these early warning signs may be a clue. Sudden lack of interest in school. I mean, really, there could be no other reason why a child wouldn't be interested in school other than that they might be a neo-Nazi. Adopting new groups of friends and staying out late without any explanation. Again, why would a child do this unless they were planning to goose step out in the middle of the night? Violence or secretive behavior. Again, clearly this means they're planning on Sieg Heiling in some undisclosed location. Overt hostility to parents and family, disobedience, and rudeness. Clearly, these are all signs of stepping down the path into neo-Nazism. All of those signs I just listed are incredibly similar to the ones we're about to read here. Racist graffiti, drawings and doodling, playing loud, heavy music with violent lyrics, stereotyping and scapegoating of certain groups, name-calling, racial and religious slurs in conversations at all times, making racist or bigoted comments about minorities, immigrants, or foreigners, a marked repugnance to consider certain ethnic or religious groups as fully Canadian or even human, wearing or displaying Nazi propaganda and symbols, such as swastikas or the Iron Cross and or military clothing and paraphernalia. Just even military clothing and paraphernalia. Changing their appearance. That's pretty broad right there. So this is a rather inaccurate list. Sure, a few of these do describe behaviors you would see from somebody in a hate group, but the rest of these are things you would see in the average teenager. The fact that they would lump them together in order to broaden the brush that they could use to paint dissenters is very telling of the maturity that is coming out of Canadian police departments. Nazism is the new feminism, in regards specifically to the way it's been turned into an umbrella to cover more and more terms to broaden the definition of Nazi. Because Nazis are now just anybody who's critical of cultural Marxism, or anybody that doesn't like identity politics, or even calls it identity politics, because apparently that's now a hateful term. Ridiculous, right? Well, don't go listen to Judas Priest too loud. You might be accused of hating gay people. Don't go listening to the Bad Brains. People might say you hate black people. They might call you a racist. Seeing this article really makes me wonder what year we're living in. 2017, right? Because this reminds me of Tipper Gore. This reminds me of Hillary Clinton, from when she was the First Lady. When it was rock music and video games that was pushing people to commit violent crimes. Later it was proved that there is no correlation between any of these things, but they still pushed that narrative as far as they could in order to shift the blame from the core problem. That core problem has been a result of the policies that have been put forth by politicians over the course of decades and decades. So to blame all of that on video games is essentially blaming the symptom. So if you know anybody that is listening to loud, heavy metal music and you live in Canada, or even better, in Calgary, be sure to turn them in to the authorities so that their papers can be validated. And if their papers can't be validated, perhaps they need to be put on the train, if you catch my drift. But let me know what you guys think about this witch hunt for metalheads in current year, which is astronomically insane. Well, let me know what you guys think regardless, and I'll see you all later.